Hi, friends. So, I've been some things have been going on, pondering in my head, and I wanted to share them with you. Maybe they resonated with you as well. So, the first idea is justifying my own well-being, the well-being that flows to me based on my actions, based on how hard I'm working, based on who I am. I've noticed that I justify a lot in my own mind why I should get things. I do um, all types of things. If I'm writing or if I'm doing little processes or games in my head, it always comes down to me justifying the well-being that is flowing to me based on how I act or speak or think um, in my reality. And as Abraham Hicks would say, um, manifestations take form as they are conceived in thought, word, and deed. Or maybe that's the life and teachings of the masters. So manifestations take form as they're conceived in thought, word, and deed. Now, I was just watching a little video of Esther Hicks, and I haven't watched a video in, I don't know, a few weeks or a month or something. But she brought up that topic of justifying the well-being. And it's crazy because when you think about it, well-being is always flowing. God, source, spirit, whatever you want to call it, your angels, are always flowing and moving towards growth. If you look at a tree, right, the tree gets cut down, or the tree gets a nick cut in it, or it gets its branch cut off. What happens? It heals back up, and it finds a different way to grow. It heals the nick, it heals the cut that an axe hit in it, and then it continues to grow. Right? Life is always moving. Life is always movement. Life is growth. And source is growth. And it's funny because I find that I am always trying to justify why I should get things. My hip should heal, or I should be able to get more muscular, or I should have more money, or I should blah, 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 blah. And then I justify it in my own mind, and I think, oh, I'm justifying it because I work hard, and I do good for people, and I take all my supplements, my nutritional supplements, and I eat really healthy, and I exercise 5 to 6 days a week, and blah, 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 blah. When all I really need to do is accept that I truly, fully am an extension of Source, Spirit, God. I am an extension. Just like the tree that gets cut, that same life force, Source, that same consciousness, Spirit, is in me, that is in the tree, that is moving the tree to heal. There's literally nothing other than an acceptance of who I am beyond this form to make that happen. I feel like personally, on a personal level, I make it way harder than it has to be. A simple acceptance that I am a Christed child. That each one of us, truthfully, are the Christ, are the sons and daughters of Spirit. But our ego, the intellect, wants to battle that, doesn't it? It just wants to fight and hold on for dear life, because if, heaven forbid, you accept that you are more than your form, that you are more than who you've conceived of throughout the years that you've been living, that you could it could possibly dissolve. The ego could be gone. Who would you? You'd be a schizophrenic. You'd be a, whatever. You'd have multiple personality disorder. But really, it's an acceptance. That's not a psychological problem. That's an acceptance of your innate divinity, of who you are on the deepest levels of your being. This is an expression of God, this form. It's an expression of who you are behind the scenes, behind the physical manifestation. Who are you on a non-physical level? I've noticed that my own healing happens more rapidly and things come into my life more rapidly when I'm not only accepting that in and of myself, but I'm giving that out. It's like, what's a good analogy? I don't know, I don't really have a good analogy. But I thought I had one for a second, a split second, and I lost it. And it's spirit is movement, right? Life is movement. Source is movement. And so if we get this knowledge, or if we get this spirit, this enthusiasm, right? Last time we talked about enthusiasm, infused with God. Enthusiasm, excitement, passion. And we bottle it up, like trying to hold on to it. Like, oh, I gotta keep this knowledge, or I have to keep this wisdom, and I've gotta keep it here, and I can't let it out. Or what happens if I let it out and then somebody says, you're a crazy person, you shouldn't be talking like that. And it's like, but what if you say it and you change somebody else's life? What if in your enthusiasm and excitement and passion and joy and love, you express that to somebody else, and that affects them cellularly on a physical level and vibrationally on a non-physical level, on a spiritual level? What happens then? Then you're creating miracles. You are literally influencing others of their own divinity. You are literally changing consciousness through your own acceptance of your beauty. That's crazy. That's crazy, yo. No, really, like, source is movement. And as an extension, almost a generator of source consciousness, of spirit, of light. You are a generator of light. And as a generator, if you hold that in, you're refusing to accept your purpose. You're refusing to accept your gift. If you're a musician and you can play an instrument, and that is what you love to do, and you're afraid to video yourself on YouTube or get out there and play for a band, you are refusing to not only accept your gift, but share your gift, which is God's gift to the world. If you're a writer, if you're a dancer, if you're a speaker, if you're a doctor, if you're an intellect, if you're a whatever, if you're an athlete. Can't believe I didn't say athlete first. I used to be an athlete my whole life. Here I am. Athlete last. Excuse me. But if you are that, if that's who you feel you are, sharing that, being that, living that is the Spirit's expression of itself through you. And in not sharing that, you are refusing to share your gifts to the world. It's that simple. When you're in that place where you're allowing Spirit and Source to move through you like that, where you are giving openly just because it feels good, that is when your miracle happens. That is when all the miracles happen, because Source and Spirit, the same thing, different names, are moving through you so majestically that all things that you have been asking for are continually moving through you. The floodgates are open. You are accepting yourself, and yourself is God. Yourself is spirit. When you are accepting yourself and allowing that to move through you, you are the gift to the world. Not a gift, you are the gift to the world. And then all the things that you've been asking for can show up for you. Everything. The money, the health, the relationship, the whatever, the body, the house, the whatever you've been needing. But it starts with your own acceptance of who you are. And that takes time. That takes time to accept I am a divine extension of the one infinite principle that so many call God, or spirit, or source consciousness, or Allah, or whatever any religion calls it, or energy. It is always here, always moving. Spirit is moving for you, through you. You are that spirit. As soon as you recognize that, accept it fully in your heart, and live that, all the miracles in all of the galaxies, in all of the universes, in all of the dimensions will come moving forth through you, for you, and not only for you, but to be a gift for others. Through you, the manifestations will move towards others so that they can understand what needs to happen in themselves, so that they can see the same results that you've been seeing. That's the beauty of it. That's all that there is. You are the generator of infinite potential. You are the generator of light. You are incredible, magnificent, majestic, sexy, divine. You are perfect. And if you're not seeing the results that you're wanting, maybe it's because you're not allowing those floodgates to open, and you're not giving your gifts to the world. Could be a lot of reasons, but that might be a pretty big reason. So, that's it for today, my friend. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it. As always, I am you, you are me, we are one. If you like this, share it. Maybe somebody else is affected too. I love you. Talk to you next time. Bye.